Hi everybody, this is lycheepuneet with Pres and Thomas, who was around and decided he wanted to meme,
Oh,
and we've got Peshkatz here. This might not be a big gap from blue for the rest of you, but for us it's been 2 days because schedules have clashed, and therefore we have had a delay in getting yellow done. But without further ado, I think we can just jump straight in with Mio Crystal Meth Party. So it's a 3-2 double R plus. Comes to play, draws two, drops one. When this attacks, if Subomi is in the climax zone, I've forgotten what that is. It's a bounce, right?
Yeah.
The bounce, yep. So
Yeah,
if
it's a
that's in the climax zone and you have a full field of yellow characters, this gains 2,000 and the ability pay 2. When when this card's damage is cancelled, you may pay cost. If so, deal 5.
The first parallel for me is that it's gonna. I think it's like similar-ish to pumpkin. Not
Don't say Yami. Okay. Don't say Yami. Just don't say Yami.
what? No, pumpkin.
Yeah.
Burn fives.
Just make sure.
I guess a more apt comparison would be to Shinon. Except Shinon is better than this.
The thing is that Shinon's activates on attack, so
Yeah.
you can't money that, but
That's
you
what I
can
mean.
money the entire Mio.
But luckily for this, you only pay if you get damage canceled, so you don't get like completely sunk investment.
Yeah, you still
Damage
do lose an
doesn't
attack though, which feels bad.
It always feels
Fine,
bad.
but if the damage doesn't cancel, then you just punch them for 3. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's fine. I feel
Yeah.
like most of the time this reads pay 2, get a climax out of your opponent's deck, which is of
That's fine
feel
as
like-
well.
is
I
the
feel like the
debatable
closest
effectiveness.
comparison to this is like EO from
Devil Survivor.
Schoolgirl.
What? No.
Those strikers, really? That doesn't burn
What?
5.
It wasn't burn 5, but I mean it had an equal cost, and then it gave damage count. I'm trying to get something better
No,
than
but
EO's
it's not an equal cost. EO has to pay on attack, which is a big deal, and it
And
gives
the climax is a
shot
stock
to everyone
soul.
else. It also
yeah,
gives
it
the
is a
shot
stock
to everyone
soul.
else, as opposed to just itself. So
Okay, what the hell is this
uh,
similar to then?
not very much, to be honest.
No, it's pretty different. I mean, like the closest similarities, as far as like I'm concerned, would be like Shinon, but this is on cancel instead of on attack, which makes it worse, or Pumpkin, which is on reverse.
Well, it actually is kind of like Yami, just on a much bigger scale.
Yeah, but,
And with no hexproof.
but the big thing about
Yeah,
Yami was that
that's
the
the
scale was perfect plus hexproof.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. This is like a really bad version of Yami.
Oh,
that
also
maybe-
Yami was free.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is.
Uh,
I don't know if 2 cost matters that much because you're only paying if they cancel, and if they don't cancel, you're fine. Like, it's a really good case if they don't cancel.
I mean, like it's
If
a
they
really
don't
big deal.
cancel,
That
then
it's
they
fr-
just die.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's a
Yeah.
really big deal that Yami's is free because it means that you will definitely have enough stock for money counter afterwards.
I still think that if you're
because
free of-
yellow
if-
CG has money counter.
Yeah, well, that's why it's less relevant here, but that doesn't make it like an apt comparison.
See, the thing is, 3 of this plus the climax, I think, is pretty scary. I say this as someone who plays both Talavru and Middle Busters, but you know, you only have so many money counters before.
I mean, I'm
You
like
die.
more thinking to myself, like, what are the odds of this 5 damage hitting? And it's not high.
It's not high, but
And like, it's like the number of times like Xenon has did her on attack burn and then also got damage through, and that's not very. That doesn't happen to me very often either.
if this damage was 3, I think this card would be really,
If this
really
damage
good.
was 3, I
Oh,
might
man.
actually call it Yami.
Let's
Yeah.
not talk about imaginary cards.
As of now, I'm happy to call this card like it. I think it's actually pretty good. It
I'm
is the
calling
sort of finisher yellow wants.
I'm calling it good. It cantrips on play, and it's still a solid enough finisher profile. It's just not borked, is what I'm getting at.
I think this card is good in the context of all the other yellow level 3s. And how this is basically the best finisher CG has for
I mean,
yellow.
Would you rather play this, or would you rather play the 16K Mika? There's
Or
a pretty
the-
big divide.
And,
or
like
the
your
Kurari.
alternatives to this are basically you have the Kurari from the first set, which is like Yamato Kai, and
Very
then
good.
you. I am hesitant to call the Yuki much of a finisher because It's when she reverses a character, then you give another character on cancel, pay one, burn one.
Yeah, but that's repeatable,
Kinda weird.
which is fine, I think.
I think
card
this is
definitely
the stronger
finisher.
one.
This is definitely the
this is-
finisher of choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
It's like a slightly
just-
upgraded pumpkin.
I feel like you should be sad if
Pumpkin
you pull
heals
this.
though, and
Pumpkin
doesn't
heals.
require a climax
Oh,
combo.
doesn't
I
require a
mean-
combo.
Sure.
It's not an
but-
upgrade over Pumpkin, I don't think. Especially because Pumpkin was so easily bondable, and because it's both turns. Pumpkin is an overrated card, but I wouldn't call it worse than this.
No, I would call Pumpkin better.
I
Not
think we
by
would
much.
all call Pumpkin better.
Yeah, not by much.
Anyways, next.
Next card is Natsuki Kimura. I don't know why they're still trying to support this deck. They basically killed it off by printing such good red and blue cards that require red and blue. But if either over Heartbeat version is in your Climax M, this is the other interaction with Heartbeat version, aside from that terrible other rock girl whose name I
Quote
forget.
unquote interaction.
Yeah. So if either of those are in your Climax M, this is also red and blue.
We
so
cannot.
basically-
Sorry,
In
cannot
the
now.
waiting room. In the waiting room.
Yeah, in the
It is
waiting
red
room.
and-
So basically, if you mill this with the level 3 Miku, then you get both the red and blue effects from the over climax combo. Next ability is 1 cost, clock your top deck, and discard a card from hand to waiting room. So now we're cooking with gas. When this is placed from stage to waiting room, so when it dies, you can pay that cost. If you do, look at up to 6 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 red character and up to 1 blue character, reveal them, and add them to your hand. The rest go to waiting room. So it's a really powerful ability. I think it's just...
If the color combination sucked less, this card would be great.
See, this
I
card
think-
goes really well into the old Asterix deck or whatever that deck is called.
Having like playtested with Asterisk already and having gotten screwed quite a few times, I don't think this is quite as strong as like it first appears, especially depending on how you build your Asterisk deck, because you're going to be playing this like level 0, level 1 probably, and for Asterisk decks that like to play the 2/3 rest counter, which, like, I mean, you probably should be playing that anyway, as well as the Bond combo, the 2/1 Miku into the 2/1 Rina that allows you to early play your Miku. This Natsuki card, like, you're fishing through the top 6 for potentially cards that you're not going to be able to use for a while, or just cards you're like not able to get at all. It's like the counter or climax cards. So that was a problem that was popping up quite a bit, was that like you compare this to like an Akatsuki type ability, and that's free hand fixing. This one, you do have to like pay a stock and clock yourself, and you are plussing 1, but I feel like paying the extra cost compared to like an Akatsuki type card and getting into cards that you potentially can't even play at that point in the game and aren't helping you kind of hurts the card a bit.
Well, I think all of the...
I'm going to go ahead
downside you
and give
just
everyone a
talked about-
niche here, by the way.
Sure. All of the
Yeah.
effects you talked about are actually mitigated by playing a card like the Akatsuki Rin. Like, I think the goal of the Asterix deck, once you play this card, is to play your Azusa Rins, is to play your Minami Climax combo, and to play your Natsuki, whatever her name is.
You
And
can
just
also
mill-
play Kome.
yeah, and
Yeah,
just
Kome works too. I mean, like,
just mill the shit out of you play Kome anyway because you play
Yeah.
the Minami combo.
I'm-
Just mill the shit out of your deck, and
I think what you need for this card to be good is a way to convert raw card advantage into selective card advantage.
it's called Azusa.
Yes,
Just play
yeah.
Rin.
And Azusa is definitely that kind of effect. I do think it is a bit awkward. You are far more likely to miss on this effect than you would be on Akatsuki, due to requiring 2 hits out of 6 as opposed to 1 and 4.
That's not hard. That's not hard. You can easily build your deck to be
I mean,
close to
you
50-50
should be
outside
you
this.
shouldn't be building a deck that causes that to be a problem. The biggest issue I personally have, and it's not a huge issue actually, but like an issue I have with the card is that it is yellow, which means that you cannot grab her.
You don't really ever Ricky into Ricky. That's not really a thing that happens.
But I definitely Akatsuki into Akatsuki.
Yeah, sure.
And sometimes
but
I do
this-
want that. Even if it
What you you can Ricky into a Katsuki.
This is true.
Like,
But I do
it's
think
not too
it's... How much yellow was run in the Asterix deck?
For Miria.
maybe the
Yeah,
Rickies.
no Rickies. Yeah.
And this
Rickies?
replaces the
This
Rickies.
would replace the Rickies. So
It does replace the Rickies.
yeah.
I think that the biggest problem, though, that just like building an Asterix deck, just like in the process of building the deck, you have a conflict of interest between like balancing out your red versus blue for the climax combo, while also keeping your blue count high enough so that your Rin Maki Katsuki clone doesn't completely screw you over. And the fact that you are still running four of, well, I'm assuming like four of, because a lot of people are running four of this card, or we're running four of the Miria. You are running four yellow cards, which make that process even harder.
I think that it might be a bit of a deck building challenge to really get the most out of this card. My major issue is I don't know whether Asterix top end is worth it, and that's my primary.
It's why I set this card to niche. I mean, it is meant for a specific deck. In that deck, this card is probably going to be pretty effective, but I don't know if you really need it.
Nah, niche is an appropriate rating.
Yeah.
I think this card has the power of a double R card, but I'm not sure the deck it goes in has the power of an A tier deck.
Yeah,
I think it's something that could have been a rare, and people wouldn't have thought much different of it, honestly.
probably.
People weren't exactly like complaining about like the double R rarity or anything like that. Or at least not from what I saw.
Yeah. I think it's fine. I wouldn't want to pull this card, but I think it's fine.
All right. Next.
So we've got our third double R for yellow, and we don't stop there either. Rika, I am me. Yeah, okay, you are you.
I could explain why that's the name, but go on, card effect.
Is she trying to distinguish herself from her sister or something?
She's trying to. How can I describe? Basically, she got like pigeonholed into like the little girl role, and she didn't want to be the little girl role. So like,
That's who she is.
yeah,
Wait, isn't she a little girl though?
she basically aspires to be like her older sister,
It's like,
which completely contradicts the name of the card. But okay,
yeah, look, we have our fallen comrade, the Salt Hermit, has sent me some card reviews on the cards he cares about, so I'll be reading excerpts from that. But let's get to the card itself. So Rika is a 1045. When this attacks, if you have 3 or more other music characters, i.e. fake requirement, this gains 2k for the turn. And when this attacks, if Todokura Gakuen is in the climax zone, and all of your characters are yellow, you may pay the cost of one. It is a stock solve.
Okay, good.
yeah, stocks.
Good.
Yeah. If so, search your deck for up to 1 music character, add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck, and this gains 2k power. So it's an 8/5 attacker with the climax combo.
I like how this is like effectively worse than the girlfriend's beta one.
I disagree
Is it?
completely.
I don't
Wait,
think
how is it worse than the girlfriend?
The girlfriend beta one was
I don't
9k.
know.
Yeah,
Doesn't
this
matter.
one's 8/5. You don't have to reverse.
Oh wait, yeah,
And-
this is on attack. This is on attack. Never mind.
And then
Never mind.
this
Yeah,
one-
that's
this
a
one
big
Way
also-
better.
Also,
card
this
is-
one can kill stuff even without the climax because of the first ability.
6/5 on
Yeah,
offense
exactly.
is
It's better than 5k.
it's better than 5k.
And would you like to know the best part about it? It has an apples bond.
Okay, then we're done. What else is
Yeah.
there to talk about? Good card.
It's not a true bond. It requires you to
It's
discard.
it's not apples. It's a discard bond.
Discard
that's
bonds are still
pretty
fine.
different.
Discard
When I
bonds are
say
still
apples,
fine.
I mean it gives plus 1k. That's what I mean
Okay,
by the
yeah.
apples effects.
Yeah.
But it is a discard bond, so it comes in play. You discard a card, you get this back. But since it's a plus in combo, you don't actually go super plus, but it is a really good out to get 3/8/5 smashing your opponent in.
Yeah.
I'll read these notes. He thinks it's a better 1/0 invite to party us.
It pretty much is.
It
Yeah.
exactly is that, except it's not 5/5 on defense. It's quite easy to pull off because you have bullshit like Kome.
What supports are you usually running in yellow?
So yellow has a 1/0 support, which gives global 1k. That one also bonds to a 6/5. I
That's-
don't know whether or not that's still run.
Is that global 1000 on your turn?
It's
Only on
global
your
1k to all yellow on your turn only.
Okay.
It's a 1/0.
You know, so bonds to a 6/5.
Okay. I don't think you run that with this.
Well, I think you could.
You
It's really
could.
big.
9/5 gets you
Uh,
over Rider.
Well, no, that you run 2. You run either 2 or you run that and the bond.
10/5
and
gets you
10.
over Rider.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, they'll
I don't
still
know.
have counters, but
They'll always have counters.
You also have the choice for yellow. You have the Mika Taige
Yeah.
clone now as of
It's
second
just
set.
straight up an Ellie clone, so it's a 6/5, like
I-
all of the other 1065s.
I think there could be an argument from the Taige because you are burning
you
through your
run
deck
that.
really
Run
fast.
that. Yeah, you definitely run that.
Yeah.
Because this one needs you to have like a full field of music characters anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, this card is big on attack and then dies horribly on defense in lieu with traditional yellow cards.
Unless you're
And
Index.
gets you advantage. Yeah.
Index is secretly a yellow deck.
So yeah, you can full field these to kill everything and get some advantage. And if you do that, you can save the clean stock that you that you charge by attacking with your non-weakness first. But if you
Yep.
full field, then you can't do that. So.
I mean, if you
You
full
still-
field, you just gotta like bank on not triggering, or not bank, but like it doesn't really matter what you put back.
I kind of don't think like going full field climax combo with this is like.
I don't
I
think
think
you
like
should.
two is.
I think
I think
two is
two is
probably the
fine.
right number because it means that you get the blind stock, you get to bury the blind stock one deep, and from that point, if you trigger any climaxes, you pay it out, except for the last attack.
And you're net plussing 2 stock if you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, 2.
I think this card is
For the turn.
perfectly serviceable. It's
The card is fine.
Card is
it doesn't
definitely fine.
need-
That's
It
pretty
doesn't
good.
need you to reverse. That's a really
It
big
doesn't need you to
upgrade.
reverse. I think the fact that even Ditch Bond is worthwhile. I don't know if the Bond is necessarily run either, but like between the Kome basically getting you the climax in a lot of circumstances anyways, I think the card is fine.
Okay.
The fact that it's
I would call it
arbitrarily
good.
fat is pretty good too. I mean, like,
I don't know.
why does this get so much power?
I mean, why does Index get so much power?
Okay, well, as far as rating goes, in the context of a yellow deck, is this like an auto run for you guys? Like, would auto run good rating sort of thing?
I think you do.
I would start with this on
Yeah,
my list.
I would agree.
I really would.
I would
Rock
put
Soul is good.
I would put this as one of my combos, and then like
Yeah.
Neo's just kind of sitting there saying like, "Hey, look, you can use me too."
I mean, like
Yeah.
right now, the way I'm looking at it is like my level 1 combo is this, and my level 3 combo is the aforementioned
Neo.
combo from the set. So that's like where I'm starting, and that already fills up 16 slots in my deck, and a lot of the zeros are locked up with things like Akatsuki and Kome and so on and so forth. Anyways, so
Akatsuki in a yellow deck. Yep,
oh, sorry, not a well. I mean, Kome's in Akatsuki. Fuck it, YOLO.
close enough.
Close enough. Kome, you know, even the anti-runner, that's in yellow. That's fine.
Oh, stock suicider.
Yeah. You have like
Okay.
plenty of options in all of these decks, anyways.
We can probably move on. This card is just solid in the mono yellow deck.
It is a good card.
Next up, we have the price drop monster.
How much
This
is
just keeps?
what did it
this-
start at?
It started, I believe, at 1K yen, and then went down to like 8K yen, and now it's like 400 yen.
8K yen? That's not.
I'm not
like-
8K,
8K.
800, 800,
That's-
800,
I know.
800.
I'm very thankful because this card looks like a nightmare to play against. So Miria, Big Sister, is a 3285. 3285s nowadays are bad news because
Usually
they
get the hexproof
have
tag.
really stupid abilities. If you've got 4 more other yellow characters, you can summon this at level 2, so it's a 2/2 in your hand. If you have 3 more other music characters, what? Why is so fake ability, fake requirement that doesn't exist? This constantly has plus 1/5 power and the following ability: 1 cost at the start of your opponent's attack phase. You may pay cost. If you do, choose your other music character in the front row center slot in this, stand and swap them. Then this card gains 1/5 for the turn. And it's also a heal, which is neat, I guess.
So it's a sweet early play healer with the field swapping shenanigans. The field swapping is cool. It's not nearly as good as the double R Rin, but
So this card is annoying to play against, but I don't think it's actually that good.
I don't think it's that
And
good.
that's why its price plummeted so much.
I mean-
so basically, you need it to be in the side slot for its ability to be relevant at all. And even then, if you have anything bigger than it, just plant it in front of it. It will run away, sure. But if you have a thing bigger than it, then chances are you'll still be bigger than it on the opponent's turn with a counter. And if you don't have anything bigger than it, then put your biggest thing in the opposite side, and you'll be fine. Like, they can't swap in front of you. Yeah, you might have to give up a row, but honestly speaking, this card is a lot less scary than normal field swappers, simply because it can only run to the middle slot.
Yeah.
However, as an early drop dealer, solid card.
Oh yeah, it's a perfectly serviceable
of
early
course.
drop healer.
It's an early drop here with the fakest condition.
I mean,
so.
Yeah.
it's worse than Joseph.
Joseph has hexproof, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Well,
He was the first card with the profile. If all characters were X, gain 1500 power and hexproof.
That's even more fake than this.
What? That's like where Yami got her effect from.
Well, I've been notified that you have fans who want you to talk more about terraformers. So
I talk about terraformers literally every video.
I know, which is what amuses me about this request.
Like,
What the hell? Sachiko is still sold
Wait,
out.
Will has fans?
apparently.
Yeah.
But like X card gets mentioned, and I immediately make a comparison to freaking Joseph or some shit. I mean, Joseph has a way more frustrating early play condition. 2 or more of him in waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this card is playable.
so-
It is not special enough to get the good rating.
Yep, so it was given a playable by our friend as well. He said exactly what we said. It's a good early summon that heals with a ability to run away from danger.
I will also add that if you are playing against the TP deck and your opponent drops 2 level 3 Rins at level 2, this
Seems
card
like a good
is
thing for running.
guaranteed to die, no matter where you put it.
Yeah, but your opponent also just paid $60.
Hey, that is also true.
You have the
Wait.
moral victory.
That is also
Exactly.
true.
All right.
$4 loses to $60. Weiss confirmed pay to win game.
Next
Quit
up,
now.
Confirmed.
So we've had 4 double R's, and our first R is Miria. Okay with ghosts, sure. It's a 00500. Dice to Kaiki. Global 500, and sack this card. Choose a music character. That character gains 1 soul for the turn.
Hey,
That's
if
a
you have
pretty
2 of
good
this,
card.
they don't die to Kaiki anymore.
Oh, sure,
Hey.
but it dies to 2 Kaikis.
Okay, yeah, it does die to Kaiki.
It's a dice to Wing Slayer. Get wrecked.
you know, I just remember like making the 2-lever video like almost a fucking year ago. It's like, and 3500 power. Oh shit, doesn't die to Wingslayer.
Which card was that? The
One,
1-1?
one.
1-1.
1-1. Oh,
Seems
man.
legit.
Anyways, this card is hilarious.
This card is fine. It's a dual option. You play it early if you have back row slots, and your cards go from being completely definitely dead to still completely definitely. Okay, this card doesn't.
The thing is,
It
okay,
doesn't do enough.
with yellow, you have so many cards that you're trying to cram into your back row. You have a bonder for this, you have a bonder for that, you have Apple's bonder, whatever for this, you have this, you have Ico Brainstorm, and then like a billion other like back row yellow cards, and you're just like, what the heck am I supposed to put back here as like a solid card that I always want to have back here?
This card just doesn't belong there, though. I mean, Global 500 in a lot of sets just isn't necessarily worth it.
Global 500 in this deck, where we're already saying like your stuff's gonna die, like this isn't gonna make your stuff not die.
You would rather just be bigger on offense than like care at all about the marginal boost in defense. At which point, the 1-0 Global 1K on your own turn is just a better card.
It does work with the level 1 Mika because, 7/5s.
I mean,
if you want a back row card that's gonna give you soul, play the uncommon one where if you trigger a climax, you can assign a soul somewhere, and it's assist 500.
oh, that's fine.
This one is on demand though, which is pretty. It's fine. It has its niche.
I mean, like, the nice thing about this, like, for instance, is, like, you can literally just, like, oh, it's a late game draw, it reads, discard this, give a character 1 soul. So, like, you do get to, like, have a greater degree of control over damage. I mean, especially, like, against decks that might be running, like, minus soul bullshittery. This card gets through that.
Yeah.
This card is playable for me. I think
I'm going to give it a playable as well.
That is what our friend Assault Helmet gave
I'm
us.
not too much of a fan of this. I kind of want to give it niche.
Sure. That is fine.
I'm not too big a fan.
it goes into the Mika Ellie clone decks,
Yeah.
the Kodo A clone decks.
It supports a strategy of being fat, and if you want to play the Rika, like you're not going to be fat.
Yeah.
So,
Next up.
Right. Ico, Flouncy Island. What is
hey,
that
look, it's the
word?
card that every yellow CG player was dreaming of.
I'm
I
not
mean, they
reading
basically
because
just
I'm, you know,
wanted to get the girlfriend betas brainstormer.
Flouncy, marked by flouncing movement, an affected flouncy walk.
What?
What?
Nice.
Or are we
Dictionary
looking up the definition of
oh,
bouncy?
dictionary definitions.
The
Gotta love
Urban
it.
Dictionary definition is a mix between bouncy and flowy.
What?
Anyway,
It's
during
like
your turn,
rule, man.
So who was
All the other
smoking what?
everything. This card is Global 500 on your turn for music characters, i.e. all characters, and 1 cost, tap 2 characters for every climax in the top 4. Search for a yellow character, add it to hand.
All right, you're running yellow. You put 2 to 4 of this into your deck. Probably 2, but you know.
I'd run probably...
I'd run 3 or 4.
I'd run 3 or 4.
I really hate the fact that I agree with these two, but yeah, you run 3 or 4.
I thought you have a Ricky.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, sure. Do you want to necessarily use a Ricky on this? You'd rather
I do
search for your
sometimes.
combo, wouldn't you? Like, I don't
No.
know. Cards like
No.
this, you'd rather draw, I think.
Q Crown runs 3 to 4 Ricky and 4 Brainstorm.
Got there. But yeah, good card. You're running it just because it's in your deck, and it fits. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a brainstormer. What is there to talk about?
Dies to Wingslayer.
Doesn't die to Kaiki.
Dies to Hoppo.
Get fucked.
There's a lot of things that die to Hopo.
I cry every time. Fucking index back rows dies to freaking Kaiki. God damn it. This card gets a playable.
Okay.
It's just not
Next.
it's not special
Oh yeah,
enough.
playable.
Yeah, it's playable.
I think so too.
I'm not even gonna update the rating. I'm being extra lazy today.
And up next, we have the Bonder for the Rika level 1 Climax combo. Nika Senpai watching over.
This card is also just playable.
Is it? I think it's pretty...
I think we already went over the ability.
Card, right? So,
Like, while the discard means it's not a good bond, the fact that it's a discard means you can run less of it because you still have a crap ton of a back row, and it functions as a discard outlet if need be.
How
for
much
a 6/5.
base do you have at level 0?
Well, let's see. You can run Rickies, you can run Brainstorms, you
You're
have a
running
Mill Runner.
Komeis.
You have a Mill Runner, you have Kome. Would you still run the Mill Runner?
I
Probably.
think so.
yeah.
Okay, Mill
At
Runner, and then you have Kome's.
It's sort of like 15 slots.
That's fine. 15 is about how many you want.
That's not counting this.
No, that was canvas, wasn't it?
No.
No, we had
And run-
Brainstorms,
and run
Rickies,
17.
Runners, and Kome's.
I don't know. So that's Brainstorms, you run maybe 3. Kome's, you run like 2, that's 5. Ricky's, you run 4, that's 9.
No runner, you run
what
at
else?
least 3.
Mill Runner, at least 3. So like, you're at 12 or 13, which means you have room for this.
I guess.
And you can go up to like 18 easily, quite easily.
I feel like you might want to run more cards at level 1, though. And
Yeah.
and I thought
you're only playing the Climax combo, and then maybe like some fat level 1, and then at level 2 you just drop Miria.
I'd almost be tempted to run a 3rd Kome, though.
That's fair. It's like a card scheme if you want to be even more.
Seems
fucking-
good.
Especially because you have a 1/0 climax combo. I think it's reasonable.
So
Oh.
playable.
I mean, this card works way better with the Kome.
I like this card. It's a
This card works very well in tandem with Kome.
Yeah.
Because it lets you...
Playable is fine.
Playable is where this card goes. The other card might be good, but this is only playable for me.
Yeah, playable.
You can play the other one without this, but I think it's worth it. I'd play at least 2.
2 sounds fine, but like, it's not like actual apples where you're just playing the playset because it's actually advantage.
I wish this was like. Actually, no. That's a lot of stock consumption.
Yeah, I don't think you have the stock to support it. Next up.
Okay.
Next up,
so
we have
this-
Madoka New World.
Except it gives a bad trait to Ash. So it's
Happy,
Kirari.
happy.
Yes,
Happy,
Kirari.
happy.
horrible with ghosts. Shout out to Audrey Sampson. She likes this character, and I don't understand why. If there are 2 or fewer cards in your stock, this gains 1/5. So this is literally, like, this is a common from Devil Survivor. That's what I know it is.
What? But like
It's
Devil
also
Survivor
it's
was
also
an
a $7
EV.
rare in model.
Yeah, but that's because people actually run Devil Homura for whatever reason.
Anyways, this card is playable, but I don't think you're gonna have space for this.
You don't have
Play
space
the
for this.
Anzu Kirari
No.
deck, so you can be happy, and then
Like,
Ash can be happy,
you-
and make you unhappy.
Well, you can make Ash happy just using the counter.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, sure. But why would you name that and not something really obscure like
Starfish.
like spirits or meat?
Meat is fun. You could also be Lunchbox.
There's
Bento! Yeah!
Bento and meat. Fun facts: there aren't actually characters with those traits. Oh no, there's a Chie with meat. Never mind.
There's a Chie
But
with
there's
meat,
no-
but Bento you can only
there's
get
n-
from
Shinji!
Shinji,
Yes,
and
with
he gains
Shinji,
it
and,
on field.
Woo!
and there is a what is it? You can't get spirit without tapping the universal Shioko.
No, Oshizu is Spirit ESP.
No, not that sort of spirit. It's specifically like
Oh, it's like fighting spirit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So anyway, this card is like extremely average and uninteresting, and it's somewhat playable.
It's playable. It's just you're not gonna play it.
Did you just link that card over and over and over? That's one giant hyperlink, you know.
You can
Click it.
click
So
it.
then let's move on to the next card then. This card is like playable, but I don't think you run it because there's not enough room, as we just discussed. Kirari, choose work, so it's a 1/0 4K. When this attacks, it gains X power for the turn, where X is 1K times the number of your other characters with either Anzu or Kirari in name. So there's a reason to run the prior 4K. When this attacks, so we covered this in the red cast. So this is the 1/0 that's supposed to combo with the 1/1 Anzu that gives 1K to all Kirari and Anzu. When this attacks, if the stock soul is in the climax zone, this gains the following ability. This activates up to once per turn. When damage dealt by this is cancelled, choose up to 2 characters in the waiting room with either Anzu or Kirari in name, and stock them in any order. Now, I have he's gone to shoot up. I have 2 issues with this card. The first one is its reliance on having Anzu and Kirari names. Now, Anzu, the main reason you ran Anzu before was because she had a 1/0 climax combo. As you can see, this is a 1/0 climax combo. I'm aware that there are other Anzus now, including a 1065, but I'm not entirely sure whether this card is even worth it over the old Anzu combo, especially because, well, I guess if you're going for the Anzu Kirari deck, you're obliged to run this.
Feel like stock is just one of the fakest advantages.
Just remember, like, if you use the Anzu combo, she relies on other characters to reverse, like, not herself, and this does get big.
It gets at least, or I mean, if you built your deck properly, which means every card in your deck is Anzu and Kirari, except for maybe your top end. You're getting like 4K, so on the second attack, you're 12K.
Well, you also have the 1K support. This is assuming you're doing,
Oh yeah, if you only have one, so I mean,
this is assuming you're doing the stock soul combo.
you could be 13K on your second attack, so you can actually like kill some level 3s for fun. But
Yeah, I was talking about the Anzu combo from the first set.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally just run this because it hits for like 8K, 10K after a 2K1 climax combo, so it's very easy for this card to reverse something and get the salvage.
sure.
Unfortunately, you can't have this card do all the heavy lifting and play the 1/0 climax combo. That's unfortunate, but I mean, what works, hey?
This card is
There's
niche.
room for experimentation.
This card is definitely
sure.
niche.
It's very niche. I don't actually like this climax combo. Yeah, sometimes you just get 4 stock, but other times, like if you got 4 stock, they cancel, and that's not good.
The biggest
Next,
problem with this card is that it's realistically not even like playable in like an actual mono yellow deck. It's literally only this deck.
yep.
Yeah, and that deck's not mono yellow though. That deck is red.
Yeah.
Next,
All right, Mika or the Big Sisters.
so
it's,
boring.
1065 in a series that has a bunch of global 500 supports.
Card
It's
is fine.
playable.
It is
This
filler.
is the definition of playable. This is the definition of a highly playable card, but it is not good. Next, we've got Nina Ishihara. So this card is a pretty big draw to yellow
That is the wrong
CG
translation.
in general. So this card, when it's placed from hand to stage, you get a token flavor ability. I guess she likes to cosplay or something, where you choose one of your opponent's characters and one of that character's traits. This card gains that trait, and when this dies, it anti-changes your opponent's battling character into stock.
Yeah, these are obnoxious as hell. I like this profile.
Super good card, and this continues to get my meta rating for yellow CG anyway.
This card just gets the good rating for me.
As someone who undervalues anti-change suiciders, and probably shouldn't, like, I'm not totally sure what to give this. I don't actually play with anti-change suiciders enough, considering that there's only like what, 4 of them.
I think it is 4, yes.
What?
I can think of the Nina, Isuzu, the Carrier Princess, and Lancer, and I think that's it.
There's 1 and 2
there's
Lover.
And there's
Oh,
one.
is there?
Wait, is there?
Yeah, it's in red, but it's Resonance, which is why it's garbage.
There's
Oh, that
in
one from the first set.
There's one in Monogatari, and there's one in Persona.
Can't
Okay, so
forget
there
the
was a lot
original
more than
one, Toru Adachi.
Oh, Adachi, yeah, that's right.
Skipping out on
That's
work.
Oops.
1/1. Anti-change bomb. That card is beautiful. I'm actually like so happy that profile is taking off. Anyways, this card is just good for me. It's just a good card.
Cool. I
Card's
still
good.
think it's rare enough to be meta.
It's
This
rare
card's
enough to be
great.
meta, sure.
Card's good. I see no reason not to run this in any yellow deck,
I feel like
or any deck that has yellow.
this
It's like the reason to run yellow.
it's just so easy to slot like 2 of this into your deck, and if you need it, you just search it.
Yeah.
And like it's such a low stock investment to just blow up another person's investment in early play.
You know, this feels like I want to take special note that for like a deck like Crone, where you're already basically filling in like 36 slots by default for like Crone stuff, and you are running some yellow, so this is probably something yellow you're going to want to put.
You could just throw this in, yeah.
Yeah.
So, next.
Alright. Next card. I've been ignoring what our friend said, but he has said almost exactly what we've said.
Alright. The Salt Hermit is
Yeah. And in
channeled
fact-
by us in the first place.
That is all of his input.
That was it?
Hermit, yes.
Alright.
Yuki, KBYD Walking. It's a 3/2 10k. This one was mentioned earlier, in passing. It's a come to play, check top 3.
Add a card to hand.
Yeah. I can hear someone's roommate saying.
My bad.
Yeah. It's cool. So you check top 3, add 1 to hand, and put the rest in waiting room. That is by itself is enough to make me like this card, except for the fact that Kome exists in this set. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, choose another character. That character gains the following 1 cost. This ability activates once a turn. When damage dealt by this is cancelled, you may pay cost. If so, deal 1 damage to your opponent. This requires you to be a psychic.
It
Like,
also,
you gotta try to predict which one's gonna cancel.
you also gotta reverse something with a
Reverse
character
them.
that has no power pumps innately.
Mm.
Woo! Well, you do have the 1/0 back row that gives like 1k to everything on offense, so like it's not like unreasonable. It could be 12k.
Yeah, but how long are you gonna let that Bonder sit on your field?
Honestly, I would probably replace it with the 1/0 as soon as I could.
Wait, no. That 1/0 is the Bonder.
Bonder is the 1/0. It's global 1k on your turn.
Yeah. I mean, like, is there something that you want? Is there like a level assist of note? I can't remember.
In yellow, probably.
Somewhere, right?
Level assist. I can think of an
It is
assist of note, not necessarily a level assist.
The level assist in yellow is literally just a vanilla assist,
Well,
unless you
that's
run.
really
Wait, is
tragic.
it?
There's the TD
Uh,
Mio, which is 1k global, and then on trigger climax, you assign a soul.
I'm still
That
like,
one is fine.
that's fine. I'm tempted to just run the 1-0 bonder that just gives 1,000 to everything on your turn, just because it's free. And like
Yeah.
honestly, like half the time I don't even care if my field dies. I'm just gonna replace it somehow.
I feel like if you're gonna run this card, like, why not just run the Kirari?
Yeah,
Like,
at least
I
she
don't
does
know.
cantrip on play, which is nice. I just
seem-
like,
Yeah, but so does the Mio.
yeah, I
If
just
you're
like,
playing Mio, then like that's your main game plan basically.
I feel like at level 3, you don't need like 2 of this kind of finisher profile, which is like the Mio sort of filling in a similar role. I'd rather have like more utility in my level 3s or like another finisher profile as opposed to more on cancel burn. Especially like I don't want to be spending this much stock.
Yeah, but like yellow doesn't have any for finishers outside of cancel burn.
Nope. So instead,
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Does it?
3-3
Mio's
event.
cancel burn, Kirari's cancel
Okay.
burn.
Oh, you mean
Huh?
just cancel in general. 3-3 event is what I was thinking about.
Oh,
oh yes. That card is hilarious.
Yeah, so this card fishes for that, which is another reason why I think it's good.
I think the card is just playable. There's nothing like outstanding about it, for me.
Yeah.
same.
It's a fine card.
Like it cantrips in the worst case, which is fine. Lychee, good or playable.
I like this card a lot, but I still only say playable.
All right. And that is the second to last rare. There's one more rare, right?
No, that's it.
No, that's it.
All right.
Next is uncommon.
Now
the
into
level 0
the sad
support I was
cards.
talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Suzuho Radar. So this card is 00500. 500 in front, and whenever a character triggers a climax, choose a character to gain 1 soul.
I don't think you have space for this, but the effect is fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't know if space is...
It's a playable card, and that's where I'm going to leave it at.
That's the thing. It's playable, but...
I think if the case can be made for 2-1 TD Mio to be played, the case can be made for this to be played.
At the same time, I think level 0 is a little bit more crowded than like a level 2 slot.
But then you
I mean,
can
it's all
like
space,
if they're
right?
fulfilling the same role, then like
There, but
one necessarily.
one cost me stock.
Okay, so then wouldn't it be better to play this one?
I would rather have this one over that one, but I'd also rather have like probably some other supports on the field.
I guess.
Fair enough.
I just don't think... I think the opportunity cost of running this over something good like a Ricky or I guess a runner or even that Bond, I don't think it's worth it.
The Bond, the anti-runner, the stock
Those
bomb.
cards do-
There are like lots of things I'd probably run first.
I still think it's playable though.
Yeah, it's definitely playable.
Yeah, it's playable. It's just opportunity cost is too high.
Next.
This is like
yeah.
the support you play when you like can't afford the real like
Pop
money card.
format.
Top cat.
Poverty.
Budget.
Mio, solo activity. This card is sweet. When this attacks, check the top card of your deck. If it's a music character, add it to hand, ditch a card.
Yeah, that card is great.
This is the card. This is the card that no. This is the card that you literally only put in your deck if you're running mono yellow because you need to have like mono yellow for all the abilities. Otherwise, you run the TD Rin because it's the same
Yes.
thing but with an on death top check.
Yeah.
That's
This
true.
card, that doesn't stop this card from being sweet. And
This card
the
is
whole
sweet.
Oh yeah,
color
card's good.
focus thing, color focus thing really forces you to go deep on that. Yeah, this card competes for those last spots in yellow's level 0.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just call it playable because discard outlets are a dime a dozen these days. But
Yeah.
there's a reason why Madoka was so incredibly good a few years back, and
Nami and
Sayaka
Sayaka.
is
Yeah.
basically one of the biggest reasons why.
I think it's just playable as well. It's very good though.
Playable.
Next.
Mika, familiar twin. So when this is placed in your hand to stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a yellow character, specifically character, this gains 1 soul for the turn, and you put the card back.
No.
Hey. Well,
It's playable in the worst sense because it's playable in even the worst case because it's a top check. You get to beat for 2 soul as well a lot of the time.
it's kind of like that at Tony,
Wait,
except hand on core.
It's playable because you're still like it doesn't do anything negative. The card is perfectly reasonable. It's like even a late game soul beater, a 2 soul beater for free is relevant.
I'm seeing the beginnings of a really decent Soul Rush deck.
At the same time, you're talking about a set without fucking 2 soul. So
No, this set has 2 souls.
How many
Well, I
2
mean, like
souls?
not set 2, not set 2. Set 1 had
Do you
2
need-
souls in
do
every
you-
color.
all right,
You don't
got
need
there.
souls to be a rush deck.
I mean, I like
Like
2 soul and pants, but that's because I'm insane.
You play this turn 1, reveal a character, swing, trigger, and then suddenly they either eat 4 or eat 0, and both are good outcomes for you.
Or I don't know, 3.
Sure. Even
Because
3 is.
you have to reveal, so like you know if you're gonna trigger going into the attack or not.
Yeah, of course, but
And then you like reveal a climax and you swing for 4 anyways.
yeah, that's fine.
I mean
Or
the card
maybe
is just
direct-
playable though. I mean like I don't see
Just-
you running this in the deck basically. It just doesn't offer I think enough for me.
I don't hate this card, and if you don't have the money for Myrias or Runners or all those other expensive nonsense stuff, just
Wait, is the runner expensive? I don't think
The
it is.
runner went up in price
Oh.
when the second set came out. It was $4 before the second set like started getting reveals. It was originally like 18,
Yep.
and then it dive bombs down to 4. And I'm checking right now. Okay, it went up to 8, and then it went back down to 5. It's currently 5.
Well that's still
Sure.
very cheap.
Wow.
Then you
But,
just
let's see, this card is 20 yen, I'm sure.
I'm sure. It's an uncommon.
30 yen. 30
Holy
yen.
crap! The Rin Maki Katsuki is 18 now. What? the
Oh
heck?
my god.
Well, it is kind of needed in the Triad Primus deck.
I guess.
Yeah,
Needed in a
And
lot of decks.
that is the well.
that is
not
a
just that
big
aspect.
number, though.
It is.
Yeah,
That is-
so
Definitely a big number.
Alright.
Azuso
Moving
isn't
forward.
even in favor, and she's 1480. Miria, Fluffy Tail, 1045. For each of your other Rika making up in the front row, this gains 2k. For the record, Rika making up is another 1045, which gains 2k for each of your Miria, Fluffy Tail. They both have climax combos with the card Gift of My Color, which, what is it? It is a...
It's a win, if I remember correctly, and it is
Yes,
also a 4-piece climax combo, if I remember correctly.
Neat. Just because it's a 4-piece climax combo doesn't mean it's worth running, though. So this card has 1 cost when this attacks. If a Gift of My Color is in the climax zone, you may transform your bounce into a +2 soul.
So what was that
It's,
about? The makings of a
We got
good
there. We got there.
Soul Rush deck?
Budget Soul
Seven
Rush.
budget.
We got
There
there.
we go.
I would totally run the 1-0 Rika in a Soul Rush deck, to be honest, but whatever. I mean, Soul Rush isn't just do as much damage as possible, it's
well, you also need to
do
be able to
damage
maintain
first.
field somehow.
That's the
like,
thing.
That's the biggest issue with most Soul Rush decks is like, all right, I'm attacking. My hand is gone. How do I keep attacking? Which is why like Dodai and
That's like Weiss Schwarz in a nutshell.
which is why like Dodai and Roaches are like particularly effective at this whole Soul Rush plan because they have ways of kind of cheating the hand. You
Yeah,
know?
like
And
your
for-
stupid event card.
Yeah, like Roaches have events and Dodai has a combo. So like they both kind of have ways of cheating on like maintaining hand size so that they can just keep a field basically forever. As far as this card is concerned, playable. Maybe niche.
Yeah.
Maybe niche.
Isn't it niche? I think
it's definitely
would call
niche. It's
I
going
would-
to niche.
I would definitely call it niche because this card doesn't just go into the yellow deck.
Yeah.
Because playing that bounce is a very big cost when you have a plussing combo and a good finishing combo. I don't even think this goes into the Soul Rush deck, despite the fact it lets you be a +2 soul deck.
And next up is 18 because 17 is something special.
17 is the stupid level 3 red card.
Memes.
Memes.
So this is Rika making up. So it's the card we just talked about. It gains 2k for each of the previous card in the front row. And when this card's battle opponent is reversed, if you have that bounce climax in the climax zone, you may bounce an opponent's character.
Hey, that's a way of sort of maintaining hand, but not really, because...
You're gonna die on the backswing.
Exactly. Well,
it's
this
not
is
too bad.
6'5".
They're probably quite big. Maybe even like 8'5" if you have 2 Myrias, which isn't terrible.
Like, you
Right,
could have
if you can bounce something that costs stock, then
value.
that's value.
but who plays costed characters these days?
No one.
Who plays costed characters at a point in time where you can reverse things?
Wait, Tulover plays
other
costed
than
characters
bad,
now?
Other than bad Monogatari.
Wait,
Wait.
Tulover plays costed
Didn't you
characters
just say
at level 1 now?
Telever? The back row?
Yummy.
That doesn't count.
Hey, that's
it
still
is,
value.
it is one of your opponent's characters. It's not just front row. That's pretty
Well,
good.
no, here's
it's
the thing
any
though.
of
Here's the thing though. Okay, so if you bounce that Yami, then not only are you costing your opponent 1 stock to
No hand
replay
on
it, but you
either.
also make them lose their hand on course. They actually lose stuff.
Eh,
Eh?
they
I
would've gone
actually
down
don't
1
really-
card anyway.
I don't really hand on court very often with that deck.
All right. Well, this is that's like one deck. That's like one matchup anyway. So
Yeah. This is like way more obnoxious against like Index, where you bounce their Index and Hyoka because you get priority first.
That seems rude.
Like, that's definitely where I would be the most upset. But then I remembered I also have Dragon Strike, so I kind of like don't give enough fucks.
Now, what you do is you kill their Index and Hyoka, then you bounce their... Oh, no, you don't want to bounce their 1-0 Index. That seems bad.
What? Even if you kill
Yeah,
the
no.
Index and Hyoka, you can always
Yeah.
Dragon Strike anyways.
1-0.
you
yeah.
could just kill the Index and Hyoka and then bounce the Index and Hyoka.
Oh, I guess that's some next level shit
That's,
right there.
that's what I was... no, because what happens in that case is you play Dragon Strike, you sack the
other
1-0,
dude, and
you pay 1, and then you bounce the 1-0 regardless.
no, you don't get to bounce anything because technically you didn't. I mean, they did. Anyways, this card is
No,
hilarious.
no. You bounce the 1-0 Index via Index and Hyoka.
Yeah, you made them pay 1 to bounce it. Got there.
Yeah, but that's better than them just losing out on the value.
I'm lost. Thomas, are you following this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I'm not.
it's all memes, man.
Well, don't let your memes be dreams, everybody.
We talk about later about how the other applications of this combo in future videos.
Oh god.
Do you have other ideas?
What?
We're still talking about the IMAS combo, right?
Too many memes, not enough dreams. Irie, everyone's teacher. The 116k, but
This
in
is
reality,
Rio. It's Rio from the blue video, except she's yellow now.
Oh,
in reality, this is literally just a 1175 hand encore.
Playable.
Oh Tenchi, how far you've fallen.
Yeah, rip.
I mean, like, you might put
this
2 in.
doesn't even need the global support.
You might put like 1 in your deck, maybe 2 to like metagame those people running the 1/1 murder cost zeros.
Which
do
one?
you care about that?
No, I
Your
don't.
1-0s, your 1-0s get big enough,
No, no.
The anti-costless cards.
Yeah.
but your 1-0s get big enough. Like your freaking Rika gets big enough to.
Yeah, the Rika hits like 8-5 before support.
Yeah, that could actually be 10-5 on offense.
So like
I don't know if this set cares.
budget option, I guess.
Budget.
I would rather, if I wanted to pay 1 stock, I would rather use it on a bond.
I agree.
I do
That's
too.
true as well.
Next.
Miria, Todokira Gakuen, despite it being in the name, it doesn't combo with Todokira Gakuen, which would have made it perfectly serviceable. Assist, level X. Assist, during your turn, all characters in front of this gain X power, where X is 1k times the number of markers under this. How do you get markers? Well, you have to play Reliable Big Sister, which is I think it's a shot, right?
Shot.
Yeah. It's a
Yep,
shot.
shot.
Yep. So you have to play a shot climax, and if you do, you may. Oh, where is it? You may choose a music character in your waiting room and put it under this as a marker.
So this card to me just seems objectively worse than the TD level assist
Yeah.
that lets you get soul.
Just,
You mean TD Global? I guess you still.
I mean, that's still better than this. Let me be real.
Mm-hmm.
On that ground, I'm gonna give it a bad.
I think so too, because it's just completely outclassed.
Yeah.
The funny thing about this card is that it's outclassed by level supports in the same set that have far more boring second abilities, but are still more applicable to this. The fact that you have to invest a climax slot for this thing is just like,
Yeah.
ew.
Next, this card is way more fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Okay.
no.
This card.
Not this card.
This card is Cancer. It's Yui Project Crone. This is the Crone card that gets my quote-unquote meta rating. I don't think Crone is that good a deck because the combo at level 3 is too easy to play around. But basically, this is why the deck is good. 2-1, all your characters with Crone in front of this gain 500 power and +1 soul.
So, this card is pretty obnoxious in Fate. I don't know if it's any better here, though. Because, like, even that Fate deck, like, the payoff ended up being not very good. I believe it bumped Shiro's, Rin's, and Sabers.
It's still a. That's
I thought
a
it was
great
Master.
fate.
It's
No,
still-
it's
No,
just
it's
it's
Shiro
a
Rin Saber.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
But
yeah,
that
second
card-
set, right?
yeah.
That card isn't.
Then
That card
yes.
is insanity.
That card is great.
That card's amazing. It turns your free fresh into an actual like.
Yeah,
Two
like your
soul
free
beater.
fresh is a 2-soul beater that cantrips and heals. Like that's ridiculous. How do you deal with that crap?
You complain, and
Yeah. Yeah. Fate aside, which by the way is like the most underrated set in the entire
Shout
game.
out to New York.
my cough deck is
Yeah.
coming back, boys.
This card is really good and makes your boring Crone 1/0s into 1/02 soul beaters, and it means that you can brainstorm for 1/0s and have 2 soul beats for free for like the rest of the game.
Card is niche, even if it is.
Also, if you do manage to pull off your Fumika combo, this is the card which will let you capitalize the hardest, and it's already part of your game plan. So,
Yep.
even though this is niche, this gets my pseudo meta rating. I don't think
This is Lychee's niche meta rating.
This is the payoff card for being in Crone, in my mind.
Good card. Stupid card.
Next,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm kind of salty. On the foreign community, there is a picture of the 17-year-old, and I had 17 likes on one of my comments. And then
Hey.
someone liked it, and now I'm up to 18, which makes me unhappy.
which
You
makes
should
it
have taken
legal.
a screenshot.
Wait, hold on. Which thread was that on? Was that on the one with the?
Sleeves.
It's the one
The
with the
sleeves?
17-year-old that has "Are you 18 or higher?"
Oh crap! Let me find. Did I like your comment?
Please no. If you
Oh, I
Damn,
think
I
then
didn't. No, because if
Oh, I
I did,
liked it.
if I
I
did,
think
then okay, unlike it. Yeah, you
Okay.
did. Unlike it.
One sec. Wait, I need to find this.
I mean, I've
Interrupting
stopped.
broadcast to bring you memes.
Okay, while they're doing
Really?
that, Natsuki, Rockish Idol, climax combo. When the battle opponent of this is reversed, if you have Rock and Emotion in your climax zone, that's a shot climax. You can pay 1 stock. If so, all your characters in the front row gain the following ability for the rest of the turn. Auto. This activates up to once per turn. When this card's damage is canceled, you can deal 1 damage. So, right off the bat, because you have to reverse the opponent, you're not getting the burn ability on this card unless you, for some reason, paid 4 stock for an energy drink on it that turn. So it's basically climax
Sick
combo
face.
on reverse, pay 1, give your other characters a shot, which I don't think is worth, especially not considering that you have to commit a climax slot for it.
The fact that you need to commit a climax slot to this gets me.
What-
I'm gonna give it a bad rating just because it's just not worth investing into this ever. It's a trap. Is the way I'm
Was
gonna put
this? Oh, there we go.
This card only gives 2 burns, maybe.
Okay,
And-
I unliked it.
Okay,
17 again.
17 forever.
it. Oh
Forever.
no. This card gets my bad rating.
Well, I've stopped caring about people not knowing who I am. It's the worst kept secret on foreign anyway. I'm Samson Chow, everybody.
You knew that already. What the heck?
AKA Butts and Coconuts. AKA John Borden,
No,
aka.
no, I'm not John Borden. I'm definitely not John Borden.
Sure about that?
Mostly.
I've never seen you and John Borden in the same room, dude.
That's
Never
because
seen
in
John Borden.
any group that he's in, John Borden's banned.
Oh, and see?
You guys don't even know John Borden is still in foreign. He is watching us all.
Dude, just because one of them is banned and the other one's not, that doesn't mean that they're the same person. Just look at how many accounts freaking Jasper has in foreign at the same time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he's got like then Ando now. And then,
We're
Karen
memeing too
much,
hard.
And then
Next card is
Yeah.
Kirari, everyone's
There's no
teacher.
such thing.
So this card is weird. It's another climax combo with Gift of My Color that bounce, and it's got discard bonds to both the 1/0 Rika and 1/0 Miria, which. So you can transform your hand into a bunch of mediocre cards. That's kind of neat, I guess.
I think I'm gonna give it the same problem that not the same problem, but it's like similar to like the 2 lover bond that does the same thing, where you just kind of like discard cards to get the other cards.
I didn't
one of
like the thing is though I didn't like that Nana and Momo as much as I like this card. I mean like I'm not saying that the combo is necessarily like super great, but I do like this combo more than I like the Clever one.
I guess.
Yeah.
I dislike this. I
Mm,
dislike this card in general because not only is it a ditch bond to a non-plussing card, but it's a double discard to 2 non-plussing cards, and its own climax combo does not plus in any way at all. And
Hey,
if
but
you
it's-
can't plus, then what are you even doing?
Dies the Kaiki.
It's a discard outlet, man.
Yeah,
Double
so
the
is that-
discards, double the fun.
Dies the Kaiki.
Did you know you can discard and not salvage?
You can discard 2 cards.
Hold on, I'm reading. I'm reading the bond. No, it says if you do, choose 1, insert bond target here, and in your waiting room and add it to your hand. It doesn't say up to 1, and it does not say you may add it to your hand. So
No,
you actually,
But you can pay cost if it's not there.
Yeah.
if it's that's the only way. It has to
No,
literally
you run
be-
this without the bond targets.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We're
Yeah, there
we're-
you go. He's right.
we're-
We've got a double discard outlet.
we're
Costless,
Damn it.
costless discard outlets are the way of the future.
we're memeing too hard. We're memeing too hard.
I actually think this card is bad.
I think so.
I
So
would
I'm
actually
on the same
run
boat.
the
I
other two.
wouldn't even.
I would run
this
the other 2
deck.
before I even got to
I would
this
run the
card.
other 2. I could see the other 2 being run without this.
I might run 1. I might run 1.
Sure.
Okay.
Really?
Next.
You run 1? I guess for the 2K power. I guess.
Do you need
Well,
the 2K power?
After I refresh, I can play it down and ditch the climaxes.
Yes, the 2 climaxes that you really wanted back in your deck pre-refresh.
Oh no, but see, those climaxes were actually surprise over and
Oh no. No, no,
Well,
no.
as long as we're on the subject of getting climaxes back in to prepare for the refresh, let's just save that for later for the 4th piece of this climax combo. And for now, we'll move on to the next card, which is the Natsuki.
Niwaka Rock Natsuki. It's a assist 500, and when Wonder goes on, I've
No,
completely forgotten.
bad climax. No, we don't talk about this climax. It's an
Is it
assist
two-
500. Moving on, bad rating. Let's go.
Wait, is it 2K one?
No, this is no. There's no 2K1 set. Remember, it's all
Oh,
1K1
it's all
stock.
stock souls.
No. It's the same combo with the Miku that requires a yellow and a blue character, and the Rina that requires a red and a yellow
Oh,
character.
that's
This one
awful.
requires
Bad.
a red and a blue character, which means that it's bad. And let's move on to the next card. We all get this a bad rating, right?
Dude, but if I
It's bad.
can I quote someone on foreign
Sure.
about this combo? So
Sure.
this person was so good that he claimed to be such a sack that 3 colors is, at level 1 is easy for him. So I guess if you're as good as that guy, you can
Let that
understand.
guy play Little Busters with 2 souls and sit at like 0.5 or 0.6 with like Ricky in his hand or whatever, and then we'll see how easy 3 color is at level 1.
I'll have you know, I once
Yo.
I
Yo.
actually calculated the odds of me hitting which color after my level up to I was stuck at 0.6
Like
after my
exact,
level up.
like you calculated like this like X over Y like percent.
Oh look, the percentages were like 35% to hit a green card, and I had a lot of yellow. Like I was a sack and had 3 rins in my hand, so it was like a bit less than that to hit yellow.
Okay, how'd
So
that
I
go?
put in. I clocked blue.
So you,
So you clocked one of your 4 copies of Ricky and one of your 3 copies of money.
I clocked my Mio.
Oh,
I-
feels
oh yeah,
bad,
you run
man.
like
so
2
you
Mios too,
Ricky
right?
for your Komari assist, right? Right?
Why would I do that? I'll just hit another blue card.
Oh,
Anyways.
feels bad.
Next up is
It's okay. I had
Ayame.
Oh,
I
here
had
we
a
go. Ninja. Let's go. All right.
This
Next
card
up,
makes me smile.
Ayame Hamaguchi, the ninja idol. She does the ninja duplication on play. You can pay 1. If you do, search your deck for another copy of this card
Wait.
and put it in any slot on the stage.
This is a one
One
cost
cost-
plus.
one cost
It's a
plus.
1 cost plus. Yeah.
that's
Dude, it's like
insane.
a reverse bond.
Didn't she have one of these in the first set?
No.
Someone had one of these in the first
Oh, there
set.
was the it was a Shoko where it was pay 1, tap this to play another copy of this card from your, or was it Shoko or Kome? No, it was Kome. It was the Kome from the first set. It was pay 1, tap this to play another Kome from your deck, which dies at the end of the turn.
So if you really missed the Naruto card game, I guess you can play this card.
And that
Right,
card.
Pepperoni's Naruto.
Or you could,
Yeah.
you could run.
Believe
Katana
it.
Battle.
Fucking goddamn
So,
it.
here's the plan, guys. We're gonna play 4 of this, 4 Kome, 4 Miria, and then we're gonna play that +1 Soul Miria combo.
Only
And-
if I get to be Sasuke.
You can be as
Okay,
edgy as you want to be.
You can
Only I
be anybody you want to be. Just believe it.
Only I can understand Sasuke Summer's black heart.
Oh my god, we're memeing. We've crossed the meme horizon.
Bad.
We have crossed the meme horizon. This card is hilarious and also probably bad. Not actually.
Rico?
It's playable.
No,
Cost
it isn't.
1 plus,
It isn't.
man?
You're not playing this.
I might
Come
actually.
Oh, come on. There's nothing like fundamentally wrong about this card. It's
You're
1
playing them
cost and
in
gets
your
you-
deck. You are playing them in your deck over better cards. Your
I'm
deck-
sorry.
Your
You're-
deck is
At the ex-
worse off.
Okay.
Dude, if you play a +2 soul, it's like you're playing Dodai.
No
Just because
man,
your deck
no
is
man.
worse
Wait, wait,
off
wait,
than
wait, wait,
another
wait.
deck, that
We're
doesn't
forgetting
mean
what the
you're
very
actively going towards losing the game.
we're forgetting the very fringe circumstance where you have this card in your hand and the level 3 and an empty field. You can play this and spend
No.
5 stock
Played
and
from,
still
played
heal
from
that
hand
turn.
to stage. Played from hand to stage.
Yeah, my point. You play this from hand to stage. You pay 1, you get an oh.
Yeah,
Don't
there it
stop.
is. There it is.
Oh.
Name one card you would rather have this over in your opening draw. One
Hey,
card.
is Miria a cost 1 plus?
Plus 1, clock 1, plus.
You have to clock yourself. Thank you very much. I didn't even need that second color anyways, so
That's fair enough. I guess the clocking bit doesn't ever fix your colors. You never get blue. You never get blue with Miria, so you're fine.
Alright, next.
Oh, hey, look, free mills and free power. It's still worse than other cards, though.
Dark Confidence a bad card, guys. Don't play it.
Dark Confidant. Sorry, fam.
Yeah.
yeah,
Ricky
well,
is basically-
Wait, are we on the Rika yet? Because I was just describing the Rika.
Yeah.
Rico will not lose to guys. Have you been describing the Rika the whole time? Because that would be amusing.
I was describing the Rika as of, oh, look, free
Was.
mills and free power.
When this is placed from hand to stage, mill 2. If there's a climax there, this gains 3k for the turn.
Woo.
bad.
I don't run it.
This,
I'm pretty sure this is bad.
given my track record with the index and Toma level 0, this is a 1-0. This is a 0055 vanilla, which I think is perfectly fine.
Wait, no. Not only is it a 0055 vanilla, it can actually
mills.
attack the
It
turn
mills.
it's played.
Yeah. That's why do I even play index and Toma? That card is terrible.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Agreed. You should play the Kanzaki instead.
If you play Kanzaki before maxing out your index and term of count, you're a bad player.
Stop telling people lies. Next.
I mean, if you were better at the game, you wouldn't miss your index and Thomas, clearly.
You should also play Misakuro over yellow in index. It's totally better, guys. I promise.
Stop it.
What are we on Yuko now?
We are on Yuko.
Okay.
Suck it.
Wait. Yes.
Yo.
Yeah, Yuko.
So if a yellow climax is in the climax zone, this gains 1 soul. What were you saying about there being no +2 souls in this set?
Apparently,
There
there
are
are +2 souls
There
now
are +2 souls in this set.
Well, in this specific
in
set.
this set.
In this specific set, okay, there's no.
In the Neo
So if you
standard.
put this into the accelerator deck and make it standard, you have a draw.
Well, that's ESP
2K,
trade, right?
Is it
2K.
actually?
Yuko is
man.
ESP trait. She is
Soul.
ESP.
But that's not even good in the... Oh, I guess it's okay.
2K draw 2 soul.
2K draw 2. We're moving on.
I guess.
I'm like not even writing down ratings because these are all commons that are probably not going into your deck.
You definitely don't run 2K1 soul in the accelerator deck, I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you run it because of this card, clearly.
Next.
Oh my god. Next
Mio,
we have Mio Reborn New Generations.
I wonder what
And-
deck this goes into.
I know, right?
Monster Reborn.
I just wanted to say the joke for all 3 of the new generations cards.
Reborn.
Okay, so at the start of either player's attack phase, if you have Nagare Boshi Kiseki in your waiting room, this gets plus 4,500 power for the turn. But
gets the AK.
before that happens,
Freaking
It dies to
this
Wingslayer.
dies to Wingslayer.
Dies to Wingslayer.
Yeah, man.
Wingslayer out of 10. Moving on.
You know that movie is
For the
actually
deck-
good
For the
reviews.
deck, this card is actually pretty freaking big for a Costa's character.
Look, man,
Yes.
if you said freaking Nijiro Miracle or whatever when sitting across from me, I'd call a judge on you so hard.
If you say what miracle?
It's Shooting Star Miracle, which is Nagare Boshi Miracle or whatever.
Cool. What if they say Miracle Terminus?
I tell
What-
them to check where they are.
What if they're Lishi Tien? They just flip over Bonfire of the Dam.
And wreck?
I'm not. I don't even. I don't
Sorry,
even know. Like, the
I
English
can't
names
take
off the
this.
top of my
I
head.
can't take the memes. I'm gonna go outside and stand in the rain for a bit. You guys go.
Are you guys? You guys are like going off the English names, right? I'm literally like on UUT. So
Dude, here's a comedy card.
Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know the English names.
This is Emi Nanba. She is a 1/0 backup with pay 1, rest the standing music character. When you use the backup, you may pay cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's characters. That character gets +2 soul for the turn. It's also a 1K counter.
This card is so sweet.
It is pretty sweet. Plus soul counters are hilarious until you kill yourself with one.
This is
Well,
totally
then it's a
played.
comedy, right?
Then it's a
Pretty funny.
comedy. Then you succeeded, truly.
I haven't been rating these last few cards, but
I
I'm
haven't
pretty sure
been
all of
either.
them.
I'm pretty sure
All
they've
of
all
them
been bad.
except the 1/0 Mio have been bad. That
1-0
card was-
Mio is niche for sure
Yeah.
because in that deck it's your best costless beater.
There's a 1-0 meal. Oh, all the way back there?
That was the last
No,
We
card.
just fucking did.
That was
Wait,
the
what?
one.
The one we were bickering about, the Nagare
Sorry.
Boshi.
Sorry.
Nagare Boshi Kiseki.
This
whatever.
card is perfectly serviceable.
Yeah. It's
I'm running it in
it's-
Crone so I can share the soul with my opponent.
This card is sweet.
This card also fixes for yellow in the Crone deck.
This
That's
can-
why I'm running it.
This can be
That's pretty
your
good,
your
yeah.
yellow anti-damage. You can cry that it's not Compass, and that red got Compass instead.
It doesn't even bypass hexproof.
No, doesn't even bypass hexproof.
This card is bad because it doesn't give the ridiculous anti-blowout potential that the Teru Teru Bozu does.
Or, you know,
It's
Shioko.
It's my dream to just one day play the 4th one and eat the whole 10.
Wait, 10? I thought it's like 16.
Is it? I thought it was plus
Teru
10.
Teru Bozu? I think it's 4 soul times the number of Teru Teru Bozus in your memory.
That's even more amazing. That would
So
be
if you eat 16, you're
You're a god.
Oh god.
You win that match by principle.
Or you literally left your deck at one card and got triple Fumika, and then you just like, screw it, Terra Bozu, let's go.
I'm dying my own way. You are not controlling how I lose. Bitch.
Take 16 to the dome.
Actually, no, if you do that, you're taking like 21. So you can actually cancel that.
Next.
Dude, the sick counter. Man.
Wait, we just found the counter, guys. Terra Bozu is the counter to Fumika.
Next. Sioko under the desk.
We did it.
What is
The
she
best.
doing under the desk?
This
Looking
card
for
is-
mushrooms?
I believe so, because that's her trait.
She grows mushrooms because she's the weird girl.
What the heck?
That's just
What?
rude.
How do they come up with these characters? And
Take
these...
that back.
What the hell?
She's different.
She's also not great. She gets plus 15 once per turn when you use a startup. So she's
Isn't that usually how it is?
well.
That is usually how
It is how it usually is, and it's usually still bad.
I mean, unless you're freaking you.
You have a 1065. That's always 6-5.
This is true.
This card gets to 8k though.
How does it get to
Right?
8k? You only can get it
it's
once per
is it
turn.
once per turn? Oh, this card sucks. I thought it was right. But
If it was twice per turn, then it would gain 1k per buff.
Yeah, and that would have been better. Let's be real.
No, not necessarily.
I would have liked it better, but
What startups are you even using
none.
during
I
like that
don't-
you could like
I'm
multiple
still-
times in a turn?
I'm still
So you
not
can do
using
that.
this over the freaking 1065.
You use the +1 soul support and then.
Oh
brainstorm.
god, got there.
Did the brainstorms tap too?
So you play? You play?
Sack.
You play
oh no,
it,
you brainstorm,
and then you sack it.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
Full
Got it.
well memed.
I mean,
All right, I give it bad.
Yeah, it is.
I think so too. It's just
Yeah, it's
outcast.
bad.
Next.
Kirari, Vivid Model, 2/2k. It's another counter. If you have an Anzu or Kirari on the field, it's a 3/5 counter.
Doesn't
Why
even
is
have to be. Doesn't even have to be the battling character. If you have an Onzu or Kira.
Choose
card
one-
is-
No, it says choose one of your characters in battle. Oh no.
No.
Jump with the check. The check only cares
The
if you
battling
control.
character does not have to be the Onzu
Yeah.
or Kirari.
Why
You just have
isn't
to
this
have-
like? This should be like a 5k counter for the quality of deck that you're being forced to run. Because like the Triad Primus is a 4k counter, and that's not exactly difficult to do.
This
Can
card
confirm.
is, I guess, niche. I don't know.
It is niche.
It is very niche.
This card is literally the definition of niche.
There's no good Anzus or Kiraris unless you really like that 0/0, which taps and then doesn't untap for a turn.
Next.
Which they don't have any brainstorms either. Mio, Accomplished Stage, 2/7k. When another yellow character attacks, this gains 1/5 for the turn, so it gets up to 10k if it's the last attacker. And then yellow Encore.
No
which-
man. Use energy drink. Gets to 11.5.
Please.
This card is fine. I think it's actually playable.
Neo?
It's playable. I don't think I'm gonna play it.
I think I'm gonna play my Miria.
Are you
I think I'd rather be
serious?
playing the 2/1 anti-level bomb ever. Let's be real.
I don't think this card is that bad.
I don't
It's-
run
Miria?
it.
Miria? Anybody?
I
No.
mean, you can play both. You play this, then you play the Muriel.
Again?
I'd definitely rather run this than this, like the 1/1/7/5 hand Encore.
Yes. I agree with that.
I mean, I
Didn't
can
we
see.
relegate that card to the budget deck anyways?
We did.
I don't know.
can to-
The fact that we named two clearly superior cards to be played at level 2 slot,
Yeah.
like vastly superior cards to be played at level 2 slot.
I don't think the stock bomb is more than like a one-off or maybe two-off, depending on your meta.
That's
and
fine.
The level 3 only gets to come down once before you're losing out on value.
Yeah, but like, how many copies of this 2/1 would you realistically be running in a deck?
2 max. You don't have the slots.
One. You run. Oh, you might have the slots. You run like one.
Not
I
if you're
guess.
running like 16 to 18 level zeros.
Mm,
Which is the argument that we were.
That was like the argument you were throwing around for using the bond.
16 to 18 level zeros is very. You can definitely Yeah, that definitely coexists with other
26
high count.
plus 8 level 3s then? I don't know. I generally like running around with 10 level 3s these days, but maybe that's greedy of me.
I mean, I'm fine with giving this card a niche rating, but I think this card is better than niche. You can just put it anywhere and it's fine.
I don't see you playing this card. Why would you
I
play
don't see me playing this card.
I can see that, I guess. Seems fine.
You should-
10, it's 10k.
Okay. Let's move on.
But like, all right, okay, yeah, all right. Free refresh time.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah, this is the Mika.
That's not a free fresh, is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, it
It's
is.
a, it's a free
Yes,
fresh.
wow.
So
It is a free
when it
fresh.
comes into play, if you have a full field of music characters, you get to take the top card of your deck and put it into stock blind, and then it has a climax combo with the same climax as the 1/0 Miria, 1/0 Rika, and
The Soul
level
Rush
0
deck.
Hirari. Yeah. When this card attacks, you can pay the cost, which is send the climax to the waiting room. And when you do that, you do lose the +1 soul and +1k buff on the Mika because
It's
it is a
continuous.
continuous type climax. Feels
Which is
bad, man.
good. It's good if you use the Miria's cost because you got 1 soul into everything, and
That's
you'll
also
still be
true.
beating. You'll still be beating for 2 soul.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the effect itself is if you do pay the cost, which is sending the climax to the waiting room, you get to free refresh, and then until the end of the turn, this card gets +15.
It does mean that you get to immediately refresh on the climax that you use, which is nice.
Yeah, see, this card is niche.
Yes. When I get lazy, I start updating like only singular people.
All right, one more card. Here we go.
Now, one more character. Here we go.
Oh, we have one more character, then we have the letter.
Godlike card. Rika, familiar twin. 2275. If you've got 4 more other yellow characters, this gains -1 level in hand. That is definitely the best level 1 advanced summon condition.
Yes.
And when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, you may choose a music character in your waiting room and put it under this as a marker. For every marker it has, it gains 1k power. This card's
I would
actually
definitely
not
run
bad.
this over the 2/1 10k hand encore. This has 2 soul.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that.
I would, but at the same time,
I'm still
personally,
not
I would
running
run
this.
either.
Yeah.
I
still
would
don't-
definitely run this over the 2/1, but it's playable.
I'm still not running this.
This card's a lot better than the 2/1, but I still don't.
And I'm still not running this.
I'm still not running this.
Fair enough.
It reminds me of like running the 1/2 in the silly transformation deck. The Nemesis deck.
Yeah, but that one doesn't get
that's
markers.
very-
No.
That's very different. This one just gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You can
that
also
one just
cheat
has
the
clock
1/2
on.
out with that
At
sick
level
climax combo.
0 with
Stock bomb on a stock soul. It's beautiful. This
Yeah, you're
card
running
is
stock bomb anyways, right?
niche / playable. But finally, the last card in yellow.
oh boy. So this is straight up upgrade from the Madoka one. After they realized that Clash.
It's straight upgrade minus 6k power, which I don't think you really care about that much if you're killing your opponent.
6k power.
Yeah,
It's a 3/3 event.
the Madoka one gave 3k to everybody.
So this is notable as being able to be taken by that Yuki, which is why you might play that card at all. If you have 4 or fewer yellow characters, you can't play this from hand, aka have 5 yellow characters. All your characters gain 1k and the ability when damage is dealt by this is cancelled up to once per turn, you may deal damage to your opponent. 1 damage to your opponent.
Yeah, good card.
This is a good card, yeah. Especially combined with the digging power. It's pretty sweet.
It's definitely like a really solid payoff for being mono yellow.
Yeah, this card is definitely necessary for yellow to really push forward without requiring that
Yep.
what's her name, Mio. Because Mio is fine, but this card provides a bit of additional oomph that I think makes Mio into a much better card
I agree.
as well.
I agree. It makes all your other cards better, for the most part.
Yep.
Like,
Well, I mean, like the existence of the card just makes yellow better, basically.
Yep. You're definitely running
I'm
like 2 or 3 of this event in yellow.
I'm a little afraid of yellow purely because of this card. Because this is not difficult to stack if you commit yourself to it.
If you play 3 of these in a turn, you are godlike.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like,
what if you just
Radical
played
One-
level zeros, man?
Hey, what if you just played the Myria level 1 combo and then paid 1 soul and played 2 of these? That's 7 stock for 3 cards that are 3 soul and have cancel burn 1. Oh wait, no, cancel
No.
burn 2.
Well, cancel burn 1 twice.
Cancel burn 1 twice.
That's different. Those are different things. That's the difference between Yami and not Yami.
That is
This is-
also true.
totally the payoff for the Kirari Anzu deck. Totally.
What? That deck is garbage. This is better for that.
Wait,
Charge-
what? That deck, if you're
charge
running Anzus
all.
though, Anzus are red.
I know, that's why you just get rid of the Anzus before level 3. And then you charge all of the stock with that stupid, what's her name? Oh, I've
Hirari
forgotten
level
her
1?
name. Hirari level 1. How did I forget her name?
How about Happy Happy?
Happy, let's call it that. So you can do that as a gimmick.
God, every time I think of
I
Happy
s-
Happy, I think of like Happy Maker from Love Live, and I'm like, what? Who fucking comes up with these names?
Japan.
Oh my god, Japan, please. But that's all of yellow. This card is good.
Yeah.
I agreed. It's a draw to yellow,
Yep.
for sure.
I don't know about calling this meta. I like the stock bomb better.
Well, I'm not saying it's meta, but like,
It's good.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
I'm just saying.
you
that-
choose the color, like, partially because of this card, I'm sure.
So that is it for yellow. We will do an overview video eventually.
Oh yeah,
For
that's
now.
a thing, huh?
Nah,
You do it now.
can't do it right now. So we'll be back.
Oh, okay.